we took them to a fly-in, and they did sell, and they sold rather briskly. We took the money and we put it in an ad. I ran an ad, and then people started calling us and asking for the same thing. And this is out of the house. We're making them on a dining room table. And then people started walking up to me and going, do you ever have anybody complain about facial pain while they're wearing these things? It's like, no, but talk to me. What he had been doing is relieving the pressure at the top of his head by moving his heads out like this, like all of us. And when it stopped hurting here, he let it sit until it started to hurt here. Right. And so it's like, oh, there's something wrong with the ear seal. I hadn't really been bothered by it. Kind of got flat ears and hadn't pestered me. So I started looking at ear seals, and I realized that they look kind of small compared to ears, but I didn't know. So one Saturday I thought I need some data. So I put on a lab coat with a name badge. You can get away with murder with a lab coat and a name badge. And I went to the local shopping mall with a clipboard, a tape measure, and a pencil. And I told people that I was conducting a scientific survey to improve audio equipment for many applications, and I needed to measure their ears. 250 people let me do it before the security guy figured out that I was not supposed to be there. And so now I had my data. So I went home and I crunched my data, and this is about 1988. And then I measured all the headsets I could find, the ear seal, height, width, depth, calculated the volume. And I discovered that the only people that actually fit in headsets are 10-year-olds and Asian ladies. That's it. The rest of us are going to get folded and mutilated and shoved into the little cavity. So then, to see what was happening, we took and mounted an ear seal on a piece of clear plastic and pushed it onto one of the kids to see what was going on. And here's the poor little ear all folded and wrinkled and mutilated and turning red, white, and blue. And it's like, oh, so bad things are happening in there. So I made an ear seal. I was playing around at the time with viscoelastic urethanes. They were new materials, and I was always fooling with anything new that I found. So I had some sheets of that stuff. And so I took first took a piece of paper and made a template of something that was big enough to fit around and over anybody's ear. I found you needed a big opening. And I took a piece of this foam and a paring knife and cut myself a pair of ear seals. Glued them onto the David Clark and put them on. It's a pretty ugly looking thing, but it worked.